Hey guys, JD here from Meat City Gaming. No fancy intro today, no fun. This is a one-off video. I'm telling you up front, if you're here for the normal style video, gameplay, tips, tricks, that's not what this video is. This is a straight up rant about the recent policies and decisions by Capital Games in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. I tend not to swear on this channel, I tend to keep it positive, but today that's going out the window. So if that is not your type of video, by all means, skip this one, come back for the next one, and we'll try to jump back in to the Millennium Falcon event, which is coming back, and I will try to keep a positive spin on it. But for today, we're calling out Capital Games' bullshit policies that they've made, the terrible decisions that they've made over the past couple weeks or months in relation to the direction of the game of Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, and I'm not going to stand for it. I'm not going to be silent. I need to get this off my chest. This isn't for anybody else. This is for me. So if you don't want to watch it, don't watch it. I need to do this. This is my therapy to get this out there. And if you agree with me, let me know. If you disagree with me, I'd love to hear your reasons why. Three things that we're going to hit on today are the new gear that was added for Darth Revan, the reduction in the sims, the daily attempts for the hard nodes, and then, of course, the Darth Malak event, which was just announced today due to the puzzle going out and then being solved. So first, we're going to talk about the gear for Darth Revan. This was brand new gear introduced to the game on the day that Darth Revan's event began. And I said at the time, maybe they could do this right. Maybe it wasn't going to be a bad thing. It was a bad thing. It was a straight up tax to the players. So not only did you have to do all the normal stuff to unlock the hero journey, the ancient journey character, if you wanted to use that character, especially in the short term with the grand arena that was coming up, you needed to spend crystals or money to get those gear pieces on your character to get him up to gear 12 so that you would have him at max level and have him be usable in those events. No warning, no chance to pre-farm the gear, no event or any other introduction, no way to get this other than a single hard node I think it was on, or you could buy it in shipments, so you had to use your crystals to do it. That is garbage. That is a terrible decision, and they're gonna do it again. And the worst of all, if they just owned up to it and said, we screwed up, so we need to charge more so that we can make our revenue numbers, at least I'd respect their honesty. The fact that they covered it up and said, this is good for you guys, it's one less stun gun or Carbonti slot, now you can have this other gear in there, that's bullshit. That's an excuse. That's garbage. This was a tax to the players to make up for Revan being delayed, whatever it was internally that they screwed up. They decided to pass that on to the players and put another pay place on usable Darth Revan in the short term. It's garbage and we shouldn't stand for it. Second is the reduction in daily battles for characters. I think back in the old day it was 3, then it went up to 5, and we finally got 8. And it may have been at the time that they said, yes, this is going to be a temporary thing, we may go back to 5, or we're going to go back to 5. It doesn't matter. People loved 8. It made the game better. It made the game more fun. And for them to take it away is another ridiculous policy. There's no need for this. If you want to make us make choices, that's fine. Do that by adding new characters to the game. Don't do it by slowing down how many characters or how many shards we can farm a day. If I want to go after a certain character, don't limit me from doing it, but have me make a choice. There's no reason you shouldn't be able to have multiple characters coming out per month. They don't all have to be legendary. They don't all have to be meta-defining. Give us frickin' Jack Porkins, give him a taunt and a basic, and make him bad, but give him a ship, and he's just another character, and if somebody wants to farm him, great. Make him usable in a team. He doesn't have to change the game. He doesn't have to shift the meta. Just add him to the game. There's tens of thousands of characters throughout the Star Wars lore. There is no shortage of people that we want to see. Just add additional characters. Let us have our 8 a day, and if I want to focus on Django, let me focus on Django, and that means I'm not focusing on somebody else. Don't artificially limit me to 5 attempts per day. Don't reduce the effectiveness of my crystals and my refreshes. That's nonsense. You don't go backwards in this game, you go forwards. You gave us 8, we like it. Don't take it away. And if your reason is because you don't want us farming that fast, then give us other choices. Make those decisions matter. Make who I choose to spend my 8 on matter by giving me other choices. Do your job, put more characters out, use the content. Don't punish us for your slow, for your mistakes, for whatever it is that's causing you to not get characters out in a timely fashion, and you're worried people are maxing out too quickly. Finally, the crown jewel in all of this, the one that pushed me over the edge to make this video, the Darth Malak event requiring characters with a certain power level, 17,500 minimum power required for your characters to be able to enter the Darth Malak event. And there's 8 of them. Darth Revan and Revan would make it 10. 10 characters with a minimum required character power. So now it's not just farming the shards, it's not just being smart, you also have to invest the gear. And one of the favorite things that I used to do on this channel, that I do on this channel, is figuring out how to use my knowledge of the abilities, how the events work, and then coming up with a strategy to beat them with the minimum gear possible. You just blew that up and put this artificial floor in place. 17,500 gear, 500 power is gear 12, or maybe gear 10 with a zeta, with good mods, but it's high, it's really high. And to do it with 2 days notice and to take away a facet of the game that I really enjoyed, something that I put time and effort into, people enjoyed it, people got a thrill out of it. When you beat that mission, yeah, sure, you gear up, gear 12, you blow through it, that's fine. But to be able to work at it and to determine how the event is coming together and what the abilities are and how you can tweak your lineup and your turn order and your mods, and then you do it, you get through it, and you did it with that little bit less gear than somebody else needed, or you do it a little bit before you think you should have been able to. That was a good feeling, and you completely remove that from this event. You completely remove that from the way that I like to play this game, and I think others do too. This is the worst decision I have seen come down from this game. It is absolute pay-to-win nonsense turned up to 11. I won't stand for it. It's a terrible decision. It's a terrible direction for the game. You shouldn't do it. Reverse this. Take it away. Why have this power in? Make it hard if you want. That's fine. If you want to make a challenging event that ends up requiring people to get gear 11 because that's how they get through it on your testing, that's fine. But let us challenge ourselves. Let us try to do it with gear 10. If I want to bang my head against the wall, why take that away from me? All of this reeks of you guys dropping the ball on how Darth Revan got released, on how much revenue you were expecting to generate, and because of the delay, you think you didn't do enough, or you got orders from on high that you need to make it up. So you're doing this nonsense. It's not okay. It's bull. The community should rise up. Everybody's pissed about it. People are going to leave the game. I'm not leaving the game. I'm still here for now, but I hate this. And let me be clear, it's not because I'm not going to get Malak. I already went through my lineup. I do have the characters at the required gear power, so I am going to do the event. And I am going to cover it. And I'm going to try and do it with as low a power as possible for what that's worth when they're all gear 11 or 12 anyway. Is that really going to be useful? I don't know. But I'm going to do it not with a smile on my face, not out of excitement. I'm going to do it, and I'm going to be mad about it. And every video I make about Malak, and every video I make over the next short term, until this is addressed properly, is going to be with that in mind. I don't care about being a game changer. That was my goal years ago when I started covering Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes on this channel. I wanted to be a game changer. I wanted to get involved. I wanted to be part of the process. Forget it. This video probably blows up those chances, and I don't care because I don't want to be a part of the game that's going in this direction. I'm not going to stand for it. I'm not going to tiptoe around it. I'm going to call bullshit bullshit. This is bullshit, and it needs to change. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you next time.